Disclaimer: 12 foods are quietly slipping out of reach for American families right now. Not disappearing like the empty shelves you remember from the pandemic. Disappearing quietly. Prices creep up. Packages get smaller. The budget brand is gone. And the food that used to fit easily into your grocery list now makes you pause before it goes in the cart. Watch for number 7. U.S. rice production just hit its lowest level in 39 years, and number 1 is facing the tightest supply squeeze in 75 years. Food doesn't disappear at the shelf. It disappears on your grocery bill first. The shelf still looks full, but the bag in your hand is lighter and it costs more per ounce than it did a year ago. The USDA says non-alcoholic beverage prices, including coffee, were up 5.8% this May versus last year and forecasts another 5.7% rise through 2026. Global supply is actually recovering. Brazil and Vietnam are heading for near record harvests, and green coffee prices have dropped 25% over 7 months. But retail doesn't reset that fast. When a 16-ounce bag shrinks to 12 ounces at the same price, you're paying 33% more per ounce for the same product. If you're stocking up, buy whole beans, not ground. Store them airtight in a cool, dark place, never the fridge. And only buy 6 to 9 months worth. Real cocoa is quietly losing shelf space to sugary drink mixes. West Africa's harvest fell nearly 490,000 metric tons short in 2023-24, and one small surplus season since then hasn't undone years of aging trees and rising costs in Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana. So manufacturers shrink the container, raise the price, or shift cocoa into higher margin chocolate products instead. Pure cocoa isn't just for baking. A spoonful in oatmeal or pancake batter brings back a familiar flavor. When meals start repeating, store it airtight, away from heat and moisture. It's the $0.99 to $1.29 basic can that's under pressure, not tomatoes overall. Fresh tomato prices were up 32% year over year as of May 2026, and Mexico, which supplies much of the U.S. market, is forecast to produce 9% less this year. Canned tomatoes turn dry pantry staples, rice, beans, pasta, into an actual meal. Stock a mix. Diced, crushed, sauce, and paste. Skip anything bulging, leaking, or rusted, and use the oldest cans first. This one disappears fast the moment the power goes out and fresh milk starts to turn. Spray drying milk into powder takes a lot of energy, so rising energy and packaging costs are shrinking package sizes. Buy non-fat, not whole. The fat in whole milk powder goes rancid much faster. Mix it 50-50 with fresh milk now so your family gets used to the taste before you actually need it. As meat and eggs get more expensive, families are switching to peanut butter for cheap protein, and demand is emptying the big 40-ounce jars and budget brands first. 2 tablespoons pack about 190 calories and 7 grams of protein, and you can eat it straight from the jar with no water, power, or cooking needed. Buy only what you'll use and go with traditional creamy over natural. It's more shelf stable. This is the one to watch. The USDA's July 2026 outlook cut U.S. rice production to 153.3 million hundredweight, down almost 22 million from the last forecast and the lowest in 39 years. Ending stocks are projected at their lowest in 4 years, even with record imports. The farm price is now $14.90 per hundredweight. Rice stretches a small amount of meat or beans into a full meal, and it stores far better than brown rice. Repackage it in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers in food-grade buckets below 70 degrees. A 1,025 box of pasta plus a can of tomatoes is one of the cheapest hot meals left, and it shows. Store brand boxes are selling out faster. The classic shapes go first, and deals like 10 for 10 are quietly vanishing. Combine it with beans, tuna, or a little meat to stretch it further, but plan for the water and fuel it takes to cook. Store it in an airtight container, not the original box. The $1 can black beans pinto low sodium is disappearing first, while pricier ready-made chili and premium soups take up more shelf space. Rising can and energy costs push manufacturers toward the higher margin products. Beans are fully cooked already, so you can eat them straight from the can with zero water or power needed. A real advantage over dried beans in an actual emergency. Domestic soybean oil is holding steady, but imported olive, avocado, and sunflower oil are getting squeezed by years of drought across Spain, Italy, and Greece. The tell: a liter bottle of olive oil quietly becomes 750 milliliters or 500 milliliters at close to the same price. Read the ingredient list, not just the front label. A lot of olive oil blends are mostly soybean or palm oil. Buy only a 12 to 18 month supply and keep it away from heat and light. The can keeps shrinking while the price barely moves. What used to be a 6-ounce can is now commonly 5 ounces, sometimes 4.5 or even 4.2. And that weight includes the water or oil. The actual tuna is less than the label suggests. Compare price per ounce, not price per can, and check the drained weight when it's listed. Canned salmon is quietly pricing itself out of a lot of family budgets, jumping from around $4.50 to $6.50 a can. It depends on Alaska's wild pink and sockeye harvest, which swings with ocean conditions every year. The reasonably priced 14.75-ounce can is getting rarer, replaced by 5-ounce premium cans at a much higher price per ounce. It's still an excellent source of protein and omega-3s. Just buy it on sale, a few cans at a time. This is the biggest one. As of January 2026, the U.S. cattle herd was down to 86.2 million head. The beef cow herd down 1%, the calf crop down 2%, cattle on feed down 3%. Rebuilding a herd takes years, not months, and the USDA expects beef production to keep falling through 2027. You'll see it first in ground beef. The 3 to 5 pound value packs sell out fast, leaving pricier 1 pound packages and higher fat blends. Canned beef, corned beef, roast beef, stew is quietly becoming more popular because it doesn't need a freezer. Use beef as a flavoring in chili or meat sauce instead of the main event, and freeze only what you can realistically keep frozen through an outage. None of this means panic buy all 12. Pick the 3 your family actually uses, track the price per pound or per ounce, and add a little at a time while prices are still reasonable. The goal isn't an empty shelf. It's not being the person who finds out too late that the price already went up. Which ones hit you hardest? Tell me your state and what you're paying right now.